Hello, this is Susan Hintz-Epstein, also known as Susan of the North when I'm doing psychic readings at my local fairs. But Susan Hintz-Epstein, I'm the author of the book Rune Play. The rune I've drawn for September 8th, and this is the weekly overview. The rune I've drawn for September 8th is Sowilo, which is a very wonderful rune to receive if you are trying to accomplish something, if you've been in a fight. This is a rune of victory, success, accomplishment. The sun will shine today on your endeavors. So go forth with them with gusto and enthusiasm. For Monday, September 9th, the rune that arises is Othela. Othela can be about coming home to yourself, but it can also be about the work you're doing on yourself to heal your ancestral lineage. It can, in physical time, it can relate to real estate. It can relate to land and dealings with the same. Or maybe there's a home project that you're doing. At any rate, today is centered around the home. On Tuesday, the 10th of September, we have drawn the rune year. This is the rune of concentration, strong concentration. It's the rune of the artist and the archer and the ability to keep a focused attention on whatever needs attention today. Stay on target because tomorrow's rune, the 11th of September, is Hagalaj. Hagalaj is the rune of sudden change. Change brings with it opportunity, but it also brings with it a break in one's comfort zone. And with Hagalaj showing up today, I'm also reminded that this is the 12th, 22nd, 23rd anniversary of 9/11, in which so many people died in New York City in the World Trade Center as the result of terrorism. I've just taken a moment to honor, out of respect for the changes that this destruction brought to our world. And we are in definite crises again in this day and age. I'm not going to attribute to any one thing or another, but the universe demands that we do indeed grow. And it's us as individual seedlings within the human collective conscious or unconscious that I'm going to refer to. I'm going to refer back to Hagalaj again because this is the rune that is considered the seed crystal, what one plants on a day when Hagalaj shows up in terms of what changes do you want to make in your life? What changes do you want to see in humanity for the betterment of all? You know, there is so much that we can take responsibility for in and of ourselves. Even a little bit each day contributed to a collective association, a collective charity, a collective change for the good that you want to contribute to, you can do in such small ways, whether it's I contribute to the Arbor Day Foundation or things that defend nature from large corporations. But it could be for you, it could be something else. It could be St. Jude's, it could be the Wounded Warrior, it could be any of those things that are so equally worthy, or to get your favorite politician elected. It's not my place to judge what your choices are, but it is, I believe, a responsibility of each one of us to contribute to the changes we would like to see in the world instead of allowing things to passively go on the way they are without us being aware or party to it. The rune I've drawn for Thursday is the rune Ak. Ak, and it's reversed. Ak is the oak tree, and it doesn't seem to me a coincidence that we drew the rune for the oak tree on Thor's Day when the oak is sacred to Thor. This is a rune of leadership. It's a rune of the capacity to stand alone in your own strength, to fight the battles that need to be fought, Often when I get this rune, when I'm doing a psychic reading for people, I find that it relates to usually a woman who has been dealing with family issues, and she's the matron. She's the strong person that people come to. I'm not saying that this is a feminine rune. I'm just saying under what circumstances I often see this. And these women are leaders for their tribes and their people, their families. This is how the rune looks upright. When it's reversed, there might be some challenge going on within your capacity to be a leader. Are you burnt out from a role you've been playing? Are there people challenging your authority? Are you leading in the way that people need you to lead? And I know there's a lot of different leadership styles. We can lead through inspiring others. And the best leaders I've been behind have been people who've inspired me to be my best self in the role that I could play in our team. So this is just something for maybe you to think about, that this rune is turning up this way today. On Friday, I've drawn the rune for the Acer, but this too is reversed. Whatever difficulties were going on yesterday with Ak reversed, this rune is usually a rune of council, of people coming together in a democratic way to decide how the group will conduct itself. That it's reversed, it could mean a legal problem. It could mean that you have not been listening to good advice. It might mean that other people have not been listening to your good advice. They may not be ready to hear it. Sometimes arguments come up that destroy a group's cohesiveness. All of these things can be part of this rune today. But whatever it is, if you have handled the situation with tact or proper argument or wise anger, I have been using that term for myself lately, wise anger, as anger can be a guide to what you need to change, but it doesn't always do one's purpose good to go bludgeoning heads, does it? So this is the rune Gabo. This rune always has beneficial outcomes. It's about partnership, relationship, getting along. It could be partnership with the divine. It could be partnership with other people. It could be partnership in work effort. It's a rune of generosity. There is one rune shaman who defines this as a rune of unconditional generosity. My attitude is a little different. I sometimes like to ask what someone's giving, what they expect of me in return. That might or might not be applicable to your situation, but it is always a given thing. You know, it's a give and take, it's a giving and receiving. It's not a one-way street, and it's not a ticket to take advantage of someone else because it's a good rune. It's a mutual rune of partnership and respect in relationships. So I'm going to leave you on that note for this week. And if you haven't already, I would like to invite you to get a copy of my book, Rune Play. It's available on Amazon.com. You have to spell out the words Rune Play or I'm the author, Susan Hintz-Epstein. This is a book that was written for people who wanted to use the runes as a spiritual pathway for self-understanding and knowing yourself better. But it goes beyond that. You know, it teaches you how to make your own set of runes. It teaches you how to make a rune bag and how to use different divination techniques. I've had good people, you know, writing about this book as a treasure that they will use for years to come. So I invite you to look it up. And this is I wish you all the best and many rune blessings for the week of September 8th through the 14th, 2024.